Hi folks, Tom Gibbons here with Gibbons Legal PC, and I'm here with my best friend Jude Gibbons. Jude's got a question for me.
Hey Dad, what's limited tort?
That is an outstanding question, young man. You see, when you purchase car insurance here in Pennsylvania, you're required to choose between the full tort option or the less expensive limited tort option. Both of these have to do with your rights to get paid for your pain and suffering. Under the more expensive full tort option, all we have to prove is that you suffered some sort of injury in the accident. Of course, the value of that injury depends on its severity and how it's affected your lifestyle. Under the limited tort option, we have to prove you suffered a serious injury. What is a serious injury? Well, the courts have defined it as an injury that results in your death, your serious disfigurement, which often involves scarring to the face, or a serious impairment of a body function. The serious impairment of a body function is really the most often applied standard. Unfortunately, it's also the most subjective. What do I mean by subjective? I mean it's up to the individual interpretation of the person evaluating your claim. I always liken it to the old adage, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What I may think is beautiful, you may think is ugly. What you may think is beautiful, I may think is ugly. It's up to our individual interpretation. When evaluating whether someone pierces this limited tort threshold or whether they're entitled to money for their pain and suffering, there's a number of factors we look at. The most important of which is how it has affected your lifestyle. Have you been able to continue working? Have your hours been cut back? Has your employer had to hire a helper to help get you through the day? Have you missed overtime? We also look into how it's affected your home life. Have you been able to continue with your daily chores like cooking, cleaning, gardening, grocery shopping, taking care of your children, taking care of sick parents or other family members? We also look into how it's affected your social life. Have you been able to continue enjoying your life as you did before the accident? Going bowling, going to the movies, going out for nice walks on the beach, going out to restaurants, skydiving, paragliding, skeet shooting, rock climbing, whatever it is you're into. Have your injuries that you suffered in the accident made it more difficult for you to enjoy those activities after the accident? When we're dealing with limited tort, the injury is only half the battle. What's more important are how those injuries have affected your lifestyle. Now, please understand that when it comes to whether you have full tort or limited tort, it again only applies to your rights to recover pain and suffering. Any economic losses you have, meaning lost wages, unpaid medical bills, if you've had to pay for someone to come in and clean your house because you couldn't do it yourself, all of those things are in fact payable regardless of whether you have full tort or limited tort. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something.